guys, it's me Shadow and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk, and today's topic of discussion is Genshin Impact. And I'm gonna say this now, I'm gonna shit on this game throughout this whole video, because this is gonna be the main reason why I quit the game. If you guys cannot handle an opinion, I suggest you leave, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not holding back anymore when it comes to this game, because yeah, I have a lot to talk about, because I'm literally going to go over the why I got into the game, why I think the game was good when fucking Fontaine was still out, and how it brought a lot of people back, including myself, to now when it's just dead to a lot of people, including myself. And then I'm also going to go into why two of the biggest competitors for Genshin, even one of the competitors that are run by the same company, are doing 10 times better. Not in revenue and not in sales, just in why I think they are better games. So anyway, let's just go into discussion with my history of the game. I've been playing Genshin since 1.0. I'm literally been playing since the very first fucking update. But I didn't get into it properly until Leeway came out. Because literally, when you first load up Genshin, when the first updates properly came out, there was nothing to properly do. I think the only update, I think one of the only updates that I missed back then was when Skirmish was introduced, but I didn't really care, because again, I didn't really care. The character wasn't that interesting, and he still isn't fucking interesting to me. But yeah, I think at the start of the game, Leeway was a really interesting region. I think they did a great job with the story. Mondstadt was also a great introduction. Inazuma, peak of Genshin, don't want to hear it. Literally, it's peak. The characters, the lore, the story, the bosses, everything was peaking in Inazuma. And then we had the Chasm, and I fucking hated that shit. And I'm gonna be honest, I fucking hated the Chasm. I know a lot of people enjoyed it, I fucking didn't. I think the level design and the way they formatted the whole level of the Chasm was abysmal. I think they could have done it way better, and it was horrible to get work around. I know a lot of people really enjoyed the Chasm when it first came out. I enjoyed it literally because Yelan came out, and she was one of my main characters before I quit the game. I even pulled C6 for her because I like the character so much. I didn't spend money, I just save a lot. I save a lot when it comes to Genshin, because Genshin has a lot of dead characters I don't care about. So I just saved a lot, and then I just spent most of it on Yelan, and then I saved again. Because after the Chasm, I realise now, if this is the level of fucking designs we are going to get, or not designs, these are the levels of characters we're going to get in the next region, I'm going to have to save a lot to pull from a lot of characters. Then Sumeru came about. There was no interesting characters at all in that whole region. I'm going to be honest, there was none. Like, you can argue Nahida, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be honest, I fucking hated her design, and I still fucking do. I still think making a child like 100 year god is one of stupid fucking things that should never be done. I know they do it in anime as well, and I fucking hate it there. It's just, I fucking hate shit like that. And I remember some fucking dude, when I tweeted about Nahida like years ago, tried to argue with me saying, yeah, her design's like quite cute and that. I was like, that's not my fucking point. That's generally not what I fucking said. I said I don't like the design because they've gone for the typical anime trope of making a 1,000-year being a god. I fucking hate that trope. I always have. I fucking hate that shit. So yeah, I think Nahida, the only reason I pulled for her is because she was the only Dendro character that looked interesting. So I got her. Other than that, I don't think I pulled for another character in Sumeru. I know I got Sino, literally off of 50-50, and then I didn't pull again, because when I was interested in getting Dia, but Dia was just, if you guys know what happened with Dia, I don't know, I'd have to go into it. Literally, she was the worst character in the game, even though she had the best design in the whole fucking region. Nilo, she was like one of the only characters I was interested in, but I didn't really care. But yeah, Sumeru, dog shit. And because of that, I didn't finish Sumeru until like 2 weeks before Fontaine came out. And that's literally the main reason, one of the main reasons I hated Genshin for the longest time. Because Sumeru's update, I think it was in total 6 hours, that all the quests together felt like 4 fucking years, bro. It was that bad, it felt like it dragged on and on and on, and I couldn't give a fuck. I was literally like, bro, I got better shit to do. So I quit the game then. And I think a lot of people quit in Sumeru because of how bad it was. And I'm not even joking, a lot of people fucking quit in Sumeru. Like, I think Sumeru was Genshin's lowest player count ever. I might be wrong about that, again, I don't really look at numbers. But I know a lot of big content creators quit in Sumeru because of how bad it was. know a lot of people were excited for it because they introduced a new element. Didn't change shit mainly. So yeah, Sumeru was just dog shit. And then Fontaine came about. I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't know if the video I did a while ago when I was talking about Fontaine is still on the channel. I would have to check. But I was actually really impressed with Fontaine's 1.0 update, because usually with new region updates, Genshin takes it really fucking slow to build up the plot. They didn't this time, and I found that kind of surprising, and it worked really fucking well. Yeah, it worked really well to build up the plot for Fontaine. I think they did a good job with introducing all the characters at first, building up Farina as a great character, building up everything in Fontaine. I think Fontaine was great, don't get me wrong, but I quit after the first update is because they kept releasing characters I didn't give a fuck about. And I was just like, the only two characters I really wanted in Fontaine were Arlecchino and Coraline. Coraline, I think her name is, the Bloodborne looking character. I got both of them. I quit after I got Coraline. But yeah, I think everybody in between those two characters, don't get me wrong, I think, is it Nadia, the yellow blonde haired fashion mafia woman? Her and New Violette is like the only two characters that were worth pulling for or looked interesting to pull for. I just couldn't be asked, because yeah, I'm gonna be honest, those two characters just didn't look appealing in gameplay wise. To be honest, all Genshin gameplay is the fucking same, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, once I finished Fontaine, I think Fontaine was great. I think it is the best story in Genshin. I still prefer Inazuma's, but Fontaine's is the best in Genshin, I think. I think they did a great job with Farina and New Violette, and even Child. I think Child was a great addition to the whole thing. I think they did a really good fucking job with it, but the problem lied with what happened after that. They released Arlecchino's obviously quest and update. I hated it. I was really intrigued about Arlecchino's character because they did a lot of drip marketing for her. They did character trailer. They even did a full animation trailer twice for her, which I think was great. I really enjoyed it. I watched both of them. I watched all of her trailers in the gameplay one. But the problem lied with her story itself. It's just her character quest didn't focus on her as an individual. It focused on her children, which I'm gonna be honest, are all fucking boring. I don't give a fuck about any of her children. If you do a character quest, it should be the character itself that is intriguing, not other people, none of the family members, the character itself. And I hated that. I hated how they did Arlecchino's quest. Her boss fight, by the way, is cool. I don't get me wrong. I think the cutscene with her boss fight really fucking cool. But it still didn't fucking redeem itself for hours of unnecessary dialogue, and I wish the quest could have been better. Because that's the thing I can say about Genshin's character quests. They either do some really good, like Shogun's and Zhao's, or they just fuck them up and just do really shit ones like they did with Arlecchino. And I don't get this fucking cycle of doing one that's really good and then one that's really bad, even though Arlecchino, I swear, I think it was 50% of the player base pulled for her. And I remember reading that metric off a Genshin actual post I saw on Twitter. Could be fake, I don't fucking know. But if that's the case, if you've got 50% of your player base pulling for a character, don't you expect to put all of your fucking effort into their backstory and showing off the backstory, how they became a Harbinger and stuff? Which you didn't. You put more backstory into Child's fucking character quest than you did Arlecchino's. And I think that is where I drew the line, because when I got her, fully built her, everything, even after her quest, I realised she just played exactly like Hu Tao. She siphons the health, she gets a little bit of a fucking corner moveset, and then her ultimate gets her health back and does AoE damage. That's it. You've literally, and I realise it now, and I don't even know how it took me so long to realise it, that they literally release new characters that have either are better than old characters that do the same thing, or just worse than the older versions of that character. Because don't get me wrong, I know Hu Tao's been like stupid since day one. I never pulled for Hu Tao because I think she's the most annoying character in the fucking game. I don't even want to hear that. I find her extremely fucking annoying. But why the fuck did you just make Arlecchino just a reskin version of Hu Tao? Like, that's literally all she fucking is. And I don't give a fuck if people disagree with me. The gameplay is similar enough to be a reskin. It's just so dumb, and people are just blinded by it because obviously it's a woman they just want to pull for. They're just blinded by the flaws in the fucking gameplay and shit. So I I can't be fucking arsed, so I quit the game when Chloraline came out, because she was the only other character that was interested in pulling again. And then after Chloraline came out, I think it was either a week or two, Fontaine's like character showcase got revealed, and I looked at it and I was like, this is fucking shit. All the characters in that trailer looked dog shit. And people can disagree, people can say what the fuck they want, but as someone that loves character designs, I've designed characters on my own, and I love fucking Genshin, not Genshin's, Honkai Star Rail's character designs. They do a really good job with each character, but I don't get how they just take 10 steps backwards with Genshin, even though it's the bigger game. Well, that's debatable. I know Genshin's a lot more popular than Star Rail, because Star Rail's a lot more niche and complex when it comes to, obviously, the gameplay and stuff. And I hate the fact that the bigger game has the worst character designs and the bigger region, because I wouldn't have heard from fucking not Fontaine, what's it called? From Natlan, there we go. It's controversy, that's it. But that's all I've heard. I've heard nothing about the story. I've seen clips of that animation fight and it looked cool, but it doesn't give me a driving point to go play the game. It just doesn't. But all I've heard is just controversy off that game now. And don't get me wrong, out of the 3 Hoyoverse games now, it's the one that I hear the most shit about. It's literally, because don't get me wrong, I don't play ZZZ. I don't want to give it a shot, I'm going to be honest, but I might for a video. I don't know, I'll think about it. But when it comes to character designs for these fucking... When it comes to character designs and the designs for the new region, it just looks terrible to me. And I don't get how the fuck Hoyoverse has done that. Fontaine looked really cool. I know it wasn't the original idea that people was expecting, but it looked cool. How did Natlan just look like dog shit? I'm gonna be honest, it just looked like dog shit. But yeah, I think that's just my history with the game. But now I want to talk about, I think it was characters I said I want to talk about next. I don't fucking remember, but I'm gonna talk about characters anyway. There is some characters in Genshin that are really fucking cool, but they don't do anything with them. For example, Eula. I want to say this now. Eula is one of the baddest chicks in all of Hoyoverse. They do fuck all with her though, and that's the problem. They did one update with her that was really fucking good. I will give them credit on that update. The one with Dragon Spine and Albedo and stuff. That update was fucking peak. I won't even lie. And her character quest, that's the only content I remember Eula ever being in. If I'm wrong about that, please obviously correct me, but from my time playing, obviously up until Mondstadt to Inazuma to Sumeru to Fontaine, they're the only 2 events I've seen that character. And yes, people can probably say, yeah, there's no events with her in, but I don't really care, because if I haven't played it, and if I haven't seen it, why the fuck should I give a fuck? And that's the problem. I know there's some other characters like Shogun as well, but they don't do anything with these Archons, by the way. And that's one thing that kind of pisses me off, and I think we've only had one interaction with 2 of them at the same time, that being Venti and Zhongli. But not being funny, after you finish the regions and obviously you've done all the stuff with the Archons and then you go back and do the character quest, there's nothing to do with them. They're just plain dead characters. And I don't fucking get that. Why have these godly type characters and then do nothing with them after their region is done? I just don't get that. Because, yeah, don't get me wrong, Star Rail story isn't that far deep right now. We're not even on 3.0, I think. I won't be wrong, I can't remember what version we're on. But these fucking god characters are just dead after the region's done. And I fucking hate that shit. I think it's just corny as fuck. Because in Star Rail we had the introduction in Pony County as Emanators with Acheron and stuff, which are going to be recurring characters probably in the game later on. Because we know how Star Rail introduces a character, we have a whole plot with that character, and then that character either comes back to us or we can reunite with that character. We haven't done that at all in Genshin. And I think that shit is just so wasted. Like, having 2 of these godly characters interact would be insane, but they don't do it. They just don't, and I don't get why. That could be a really good plot point. Having 2 Archons in one region, and then they're battling over something, or they have to protect something, or something like that. That could be a super cool plot point. But they don't do it. And I fucking hate wasted potential like that. And I think it's just stupid. Like, they waste half the cast in Genshin. I'm going to say this now, there shouldn't even be a hot take, but 90% of the Genshin cast is fucking pointless. And what I mean by pointless is that you'll see them once, or twice, or probably 5 times at most. You won't see them again for like another 2 fucking years, if that. Or if they get showed again. When was the last time Ito was showed in an update? When was the last time fucking Shinho was shown in an update? When was the last time Zhao was in an update? Like, why the fuck have you got such a big cast of characters, which you do fuck all with? Don't get me wrong, Starro hasn't had this issue yet. I think the only character I can say that has had the issue is Boot Hill. But I said this in other Starro videos that Boot Hill's introduction was just, yeah, we're going to introduce the character now for a later down the plot point. That's what I've always said about Boot Hill. But in Genshin, it just feels like, because everything's an open world, I just feel like these characters should be travelling as well, unless they have an actual job. It's so fucking dumb the way they handle the characters in that game. And that's one thing I fucking hate the game about now. The characters are stupid. But anyway, that's enough of me yapping about the character design. I'm going to change whatever the last thing I said to world building. I'm going to talk about the actual world itself, and then I'm going to talk about the competitors of these games. When it comes to the world of Genshin, I'm going to be honest, it is boring as fuck. I think at the start of the game, even after Leeway, I think it gets a bit dragged. It's just this game is like 600 hours, and you go exploring for like chests, do side quests and shit like that, and it's just fucking dead. It's literally a dead open world. And people can say, no, it's not, yada yada yada. If you take a game like Elden Ring, which is an open world masterpiece, the game's not a masterpiece, but the open world definitely is. There is so many directions to go. There's so many areas to get lost in Elden Ring. And if you look at Genshin, there's literally none of that. You can get lost in like a cave or a dungeon or get stuck somewhere. That's it. But once you figured that out, that's it. There is no like actual benefit of going through the world in Genshin, I think, other than to increase your adventure rank, which doesn't really fucking matter. As long as you're adventure rank 15, you can clear the whole fucking game if you wanted to. Literally, the world in Genshin is so fucking dead, and half the time it makes you interact with it for no reason. Like, I can tell you this now, like, no, it's probably, yeah, every introduction quest in every region basically is go and explore the region a bit, and that is just dumb. If I wanted to explore a region, I would do it in my own fucking time, not in a dedicated story request for that shit. I think that shit is dumb and annoying. I think for introductions, you should focus on characters and what the region's about, not fucking going exploring and shit like that. That is dumb. Don't get me wrong, I think the only region that's done it right is Sumeru. I think Sumeru's introduction for the region was actually quite good. But that's the only thing I will give Sumeru, was the introduction. Other than that, dog shit. But yeah, I think the world itself is fucking boring. I think Inazuma had the worst introduction because she was stuck in that little fucking town for so fucking long for one thing, and that was just dumb. Other than that, the plot picks up really quick. But yeah, that's the only thing I would say about the world. It is boring, and they should do better because of how big the game actually fucking is. Last thing I want to talk about is the competitors again. I want to talk about two particular, and that is Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves. If people are going to talk about me about ZZZ, I have not played it. So, straightforward, I haven't played it. Actually, sure, yeah. But there will be something about ZZZ later this week, because there is enough things now about that game where I want to give it a shot. So I'm going to do a video on it. I have not played it. I've seen a bits of the gameplay. I saw Lights' stream on it when he was playing it, but I haven't played it. So I will give it a shot this weekend. I don't know when the video is going to be up. It'll just be up when it's done. Anyway, I think when it comes to fucking the competitors of the game, especially Wuthering Waves, because it's more like Genshin's just getting smacked by these other games. Wuthering Waves' world is more fucking enjoyable to go around. I was playing it earlier because I'm trying to level up my characters and get better echoes and stuff, and I find that game so fun with the gameplay and the different characters, because each character has a different style of gameplay. That is what a character should be in a fucking gacha game like Genshin and Star Rail. Star Rail's different because it's a turn-based game, so I'll get into that in a minute. But I don't get how these games are very similar, but one has done gameplay so fucking well and is doing the story really well. Because I will say this about Wuthering Waves, the story in 1.0, before Scar and the later shit comes around, was dead. It was so fucking boring. As soon as Scar came around, story picked up, everything after that was peak. Genshin, the first update was about a fucking wizard. A wizard that was controlling a dragon. Not even joking. Literally a fucking wizard, mate. That was fucking dead. And it was just so fucking dumb. And how is this game that's just come out. Don't get me wrong, it's got a lot of criticism when it first came out because there were so many bugs, and I even criticised it myself because I was looking forward to it. I even hated on the game because I thought it was just like Genshin, but when I got into it and actually started finding characters I liked, the game was really fucking fun. But Genshin just fails to keep you hooked in enjoyability because the world is dead. There's nothing to do in the open world. The characters are fucking boring because half of them are not developed properly. And the fucking plot in whatever region you're in, it either has plot holes or not interesting. If it's not Fontaine and if it's not Inazuma, it's probably just dead. Because that's what Genshin is, man. And when it comes to Star Rail, like I just said, gameplay doesn't really matter in that type of game because turn-based games are handled a lot differently to these open world action type of games. Don't get me wrong, Star Rail's gameplay is fine, and I think they handle the characters quite well when it comes to gameplay, but you can see a lot of repetitiveness with some characters. But it is needed for that type of game. Like for example, Tingyun, she boosts attack. You also have a character like fucking Ronmei that boosts attack, I think. Again, I might be reaching because I don't have Ronmei, so she might do like NG recharge or something like that. So yeah, you have a lot of characters that do a lot of buffing and stuff like that, but it's whatever. I enjoy Star Rail, so I'm not going to complain about it. But yeah, when it comes to just the other games, I'd just say if you want to play a game like Genshin, go play Wonder Wars. It's just better. But yeah, I think Genshin, it was hot, it was on fire with Inazuma, Fontaine. But everything in between that, like there was some highs with Liyue, with some very good highs with Liyue. Sumeru was just a massive L. Like the whole region was an L. Nothing redeeming about it. Fontaine was really fucking cool. I won't talk shit about it because I enjoyed it. And then Natland is just, instead of the regional war, let's call it the region of controversy because literally that's all I've heard about that region. No one's praised it for its story. No one's praised the characters. Nothing. So, regional controversy, that's what I'm going to get from that one. But yeah guys, thank you guys for watching this video, and if you liked it, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And before I go, I do want to talk about the Acheron video that is on the channel right now. The Acheron video wasn't pushed by YouTube, and the main reason why, and I'm going to do this from now on, when I upload a video, I usually edit it, and then obviously I usually upload it in the morning, keep it private until the afternoon, just in case there's any like stuff I need to do, like change on it before I have to go on. That video got 6 copyright strikes. 6. So that video originally got blocked. I had to remove that segment. It didn't get blocked. And then as soon as I put that video out, it got 10 copyright strikes. And I was like, what the fuck? It literally had no copyright strikes as soon as I removed one segment. So the video didn't get pushed by YouTube. It didn't get sent out or anything. I think that's how it worked. So I took down the video again. I didn't remove it, I just took it down privately. Removed all the copyright segments now, so it's not copyright claimed. And they're not pushing the video back out. So if you guys want to go see the Acheron Let's Talk, I'll leave a link in the description below. Because I won't even lie, I was really happy how that video turned out. And then they just said, yeah, I'm going to copyright claim it 6 fucking times and then block it originally. So I was kind of pissed off, I won't even fucking lie. So yeah, if you guys want to go check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and look forward to the other video that's coming later this week. I'm not sure when this video is going to go out. I'm probably going to edit it tonight, so it might be out on Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. But yeah, I will see you lot in a bit. Peace.